creepy this week. Good.
Hi gang, I'm Luke and welcome to Down from the Attic, Modern Classics, where I look at new board games that you might not have heard of, but are definitely worth checking out. This episode we're looking at Kingdomino from Blue Orange, and this game's a lot of fun. Let's check this thing out. First off, box art. Nice, bright and vivid, fun artwork, and the box itself is quite dinky. It's not going to command a lot of shelf space, which is a bonus. Contents, well, there's 48 domino tiles, 4 starting tiles, 8 wooden kings, and 4 little castles. The cardboard pieces on this are extremely well made. I honestly thought, taking them out of the box for the first time, that they were plastic or wood. They are solid, and the castles slot together and are pretty robust. The wooden kings are quite charming too. The objective of the game is to try and build a 5x5 grid kingdom around your castle by connecting matching terrain types. Certain tiles will have crowns, and the more crowns you own over an area, the more points you get. The player with the most points at the end of the game wins. Setup. If playing with 2 players, select 24 of the tiles at random, half of what's in the box. 3 players, you use 36, 3/4, and 4 players, you use all the tiles. 2-player games, you use both of your kings, but in 3 and 4-player games, you only use the one. Select 4 domino tiles at random and place them face down with the numbers showing. You then arrange the numbers in ascending order. You then flip the tiles over and display the terrain sides. For the first selection, one person takes all the kings in play and randomly takes them out and places them on the tiles in ascending order. I've found though, using the box lid, looking up and randomly selecting is a lot better than randomly taking them out of your hand. Some potential there for cheating, which I'm mitigating. This is now where you get to begin to choose which tiles you'd like to pick. Another 4 tiles are drawn out and placed at the side of the previously drawn tiles, and again, numbers down and arranged in ascending order. The person who has the lowest number on the previous tile, the one at the top of the stack, gets first pick of the next lot of tiles by moving their king from the previously claimed tile and onto one of the new 4. Then the second gets second choice, third gets third choice, and the fourth gets what's left. The cards that the kings were previously on are then placed around your starting square with the castle, and you begin to build your kingdom. There's a number of different terrain types: grass, trees, crops, water, mud, and mines. You can place 4 tiles how you wish around your castle, as they are freebies, the free spaces for you to start from. But going forward, you'll need to think carefully about which of those land masses you wish to expand. Another 4 cards are drawn, arranged numerically, flipped and again, starting from the lowest number picked last time, players choose their tiles. You'll need to think carefully about which tile will benefit you the most. And having choice and moving down the stack, it gives other players a chance at first pick, which I think is a really neat mechanic. It works well. Making a large area of one type of terrain is definitely what you're wanting to accomplish. However, what makes them worth anything is these gold crowns on the cards. And I've played games where I've made a big area that's ultimately been worth nothing. The crowns are worth points and playing to the scoring at the end. Again, when it comes to choosing which tile to take next, do you take a tile to expand your already established land? Or do you grab the crowns? Or do you grab the crowns to stop your opponents from grabbing crowns? Or grab a tile type that would benefit your opponents more than it would you? There's a lot of subtle strategy to this game, and some sly tactics to put in play. Mines usually have the most amount of crowns, but the least amount of terrain types across the tiles, so you'll need to decide if they're worth your while. So, round by round, you're claiming tiles, placing them next to matching tiles in your kingdom, and hopefully acquiring crowns to make those lands make points. But you might pick a card where you have nowhere you can successfully place it next to a matching land type. What happens? Well, you fail. You can't place it anywhere. And this also negatively affects bonus points at the end of the game. As mentioned before, you're aiming to make a 5x5 grid, and for successfully doing this, you gain an extra 10 points. You can also screw this up by poor building, going outside of the grid. You still get points for the land, but you lose the bonus points. Scoring points is as follows. You count the crowns in a particular area. For example, the water here has 4 crowns. over a land spread of 6 tiles, so 4 times 6, 24 points. And you repeat this process for the rest of the terrain types. If there's no crowns, no points. Once points are tallied up, the winner is the person with the most points. There's a couple of additional rules should you wish to play with them. You can opt to make a 7x7 grid in 2-player, using all the tiles, and this is a lot of fun. I play it like this most games. You can also garner an extra 5 points for not discarding any domino tiles. Final thoughts, Kingdomino is a really superb light game. It's very simple to set up and explain the rules to people, but the mechanics are so apparent that anyone playing will pick up on them immediately. Underneath all that simplicity though, there's quite a bit of strategy to this. You'll have to think carefully about what tiles you'll need and what tiles your opponents are needing, and whether it's more important for you to take those or take something that benefits you. The games usually play about 15 minutes long, so you'll definitely want to play a few rounds of this. It's just a very fun, gentle, light game. There's an expansion to the game, Age of Giants, and a follow-up game too, Queendomino, and I've not played either of these, but I'm interested to. But Kingdomino, fantastic game. It can be picked up pretty cheap and it's well worth your attention. Well, as always, I'm Luke, thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.